Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Vice President, AEC, Nicolas Mangon.
Good morning and welcome. Bonjour et bienvenue. We didn't actually expect that many people today after the party last night, so congratulations on making it to the final day of Autodesk University 2017. This is my 15th AU, and for me, the most exciting one. Why? Because I can see the future is right here at AU. Think about it. The way we live, play, and work is changing. Billions of connected objects are generating a flood of data. And so many things are automated. For example, everything can be geolocated. You may be receiving your packages from GPS-guided drones in the near future. With infinite computing powers, smart devices process big data, such as traffic analysis or construction work, to help you find your fastest route home. Sensors help us to lose weight, some of us, and push us to run faster. Or, in my case, I can monitor what my 4 girls are up to when I travel. Yeah, I know it's sad, they don't like it. Well. Now, apply that same kind of automation to the work you do. Planning, designing, engineering, fabricating, constructing, managing buildings and infrastructures. Just like the way you shop or find your way home has changed, the way you work will change too. But as Andrew pointed out, automation is not the silver bullet that suddenly is going to make our industry more productive. Why is that? When you look at the process to deliver a complete project, it's no surprise. Come on, look at that, right? Our friends at the Beck Group took time to illustrate just how fragmented and complex it is. So how can we possibly create more and do it better when we are managing so much complexity? And app for that is not going to help. Software that fixes one piece of the process at a time is not the solution. The benefit of automation relies on connecting the data and the people and the processes. Data has always been central to the promise of BIM. We hear you when you say that you want to work in more connected ways across teams and time zones. When you add the power of the cloud to BIM, that changes everything. Connected BIM is BIM plus the power of the cloud. Let me say it again, it's important. Connected BIM is BIM plus the power of the cloud. And as Amy Bunzel said yesterday, we are working with you to put data at the center and help you connect the digital and physical aspects of your projects. I want to share with you 2 brief examples of how your colleagues are using BIM in more connected ways. The Grand Paris Express project, or Grand Paris Express Projet, is one of the largest infrastructure projects in the world. It will create 200 kilometers of new railway network with 68 new train stations, and 90% of it will be underground. It's one of the first infrastructure projects of this scale to use BIM from start to finish. 37 architectural and civil engineering design firms are participating in the project. And they are all producing horizontal and vertical infrastructure BIM models together using Civil 3D and Revit. They optimize their design by simulating things like smoke extraction, escape route, and optimal equipment locations. Better collaboration across all stakeholders is keeping the project on time and on budget. Or take this amazing building in Dubai. The Museum of the Future is integrating digital design and construction to push the boundaries of what's possible. They actually won the first prize of the AEC Excellence Awards this week. It's an amazing project. They are using a fully developed digital workflows across the project lifecycle to support the LEED Platinum objective. And they are using cloud-based tool technologies for energy, solar, daylight, and ventilation analysis. In addition, with design for construction built in the Revit-based handover process, plus the use of BIM 360 field in the field, a 65 reduction in rework is projected, 65%. So what's next? How does data enable us to work smarter? Remember, data feeds automation in ways such as machine learning and artificial intelligence. Automation augments our human capabilities. It is changing the way we work, and there is so much we can do. It's worth repeating. We can do more and achieve better results with less negative impact. Take generative design as an example. You describe the optimal outcome, and the computer explores thousands of potential solutions for you. On Tuesday, Hilbrand Katzma from Van Wijnen talked about this. Their land development example looked at an urban neighborhood and set performance criteria like backyard size, sunlight access, and views. They also set business criteria for the land developer, like cost of development, quality, and time to market. Then the software went to work, testing and learning from each iteration what works and what doesn't, in order to come up with several options that provide the optimal solution. In this real-world project example, Van Wijnen leveraged generative design to help them build more housing, at the same time meeting their own business objectives. At Autodesk, we tested the application of generative design to help us better optimize space in our Toronto office renovation. We surveyed our employees about their preference for collaboration space, lighting, acoustics, and distance to the kitchen, and sometimes distance to the bathroom. Then we fed that criteria into the artificial intelligence software. You can see the process running as different floor plan layouts are being created. With this type of automation, infinite compute power augments our ability to design a better space to the delight of our employees. We can also apply generative design to civil engineering. Grading on infrastructure projects can be complicated and require many time-consuming tries to achieve the best results. By analyzing the shape of existing ground and applying geometric constraints, hundreds or even thousands of solutions can be tested without even breaking ground. This is an example of how generative design can support low-impact development, so we have a less negative impact on the environment. I wish I had that when I was practicing civil engineering. All of these examples take place before construction starts. So how can machine learning help us on the construction site? Ask any contractor what their #1 concern is, and it is always safety. Connecting machine learning, the Internet of Things, and BIM-based analytics are helping contractors to address safety concerns. Construction sites are generating more photo and video data than ever before. Smartphones, tablets, side cameras, and even drones continue to the explosion of visual content. SmartVid is using machine learning to turn this visual content into an opportunity to improve safety. In less than 90 seconds, you can connect your project data from BIM 360 Field and BIM 360 Docs and start mining it for safety insight, like, for instance, flagging missing personal safety equipment. You can use the results to reinforce safety protocols during your daily project meetings on site. We see SmartVid as the future of construction, and we recently invested in them so that they can accelerate this kind of innovation. Here's another example. The Internet of Things is helping contractors to build more safely than ever before. Autodesk is partnering with the Triax Technologies to address safety challenges on site with wearable sensors that collect and transmit workforce and safety information in real time. If a worker slips, trips, or falls on the job site, sensors detect the incident and send an automatic alert to site personnel. The notification tells you who, when, where, and how the incident occurred, resulting in faster and better response to injuries. And what if a site needs to be suddenly evacuated? In their product Spotter, an evacuation alarm is triggered, and supervisors can track evacuation progress in real time. Now, consider the potential of this workflow in the context of a Revit model that's hosted in the cloud. BIM visualization could help supervisors in locating precisely workers who've had an accident. We've said it, the value of the data is in the connection. What if we could take data coming from multiple sources like sensors, cameras, IoT devices, or any place across the project and visualize them against the palette of a building information model? Think about it. We would be able to derive even more powerful insight to improve quality, safety, and efficiency. Think about Navisworks for IoT data visualization in real time. Pillar Technologies is also working on ways to detect problems on the site. For instance, identifying humidity issues, which could over time lead to mold growth, or helping to limit worker exposure to harmful materials, including high concentration of airborne particulates. In this visualization of the data, you can better understand safe versus unsafe zones at different times of the day and run historical reports to understand these changing conditions. Now, add the data from Triax, and you can see workers who've had a fall event or responded to unsafe conditions, resulting in worker evacuation. And take a look at this from versatile natures. We can visualize sensors from cranes to better understand loads and safe zones for workers. It's incredible what is possible when combining BIM with the power of the cloud and connected devices. Don't you think? Don't you think? Thank you. In this case, it's a single environment to visualize IoT data from the construction site in real time. Your potential is limitless. The amount of data that you will be able to create, capture, and compute will continue to grow. Our goal is to make that data more useful to you, provide better insight, and make it more valuable in running your projects. So how are we doing that? Our development efforts are focused on delivering more connected ways of working. We are building platforms, APIs, and workflows that help you connect to the data and the people and the processes, no matter who you are, what you do, or what you are on the project. Autodesk continues to build a common data platform across A, E, and C, beginning with construction and extending upstream to design collaboration and downstream into operations and maintenance. That platform is BIM 360. And it is the way in which we are connecting you to the compute power, data, and insight that you need to create more and better, waste less, and build a better world. Now, here to tell you more about BIM 360, please welcome my friend and colleague, Sarah Hodges.